Your job is to torture Gordon Ramsay. What do you serve him? First I'm going to get the biggest chicken breast I can find. Then I'm going to heat up a pan of oil and just sear the motherfucker black on both sides while keeping the middle raw. Then I'm going to cut a stale donut in half and put a slice of the worst government cheese I can find on either side, wilted lettuce, and a room temperature slice of tomato that is cut too thick on one side and too thin on the other. I will then spread a jalapeno jam across the top of it, sprinkles, and a caramel drizzle. This will be served on a hubcap on a bed of stale, soggy, undersalted fries and undercooked macaroni and cheese mixed together. There is a difference between shepherd's pie, lamb, and cottage pie, ground beef. Gordon knows this too, so I would make cottage pie and keep calling it shepherd's pie. When he tries to correct me, I'll just roll my eyes and tell him to stop being ridiculous. A really decent pasta, but the noodles are way undercooked. Every bite would be a lament of what could be. A microwaved salad with ketchup, mustard and an egg. I cover a rock in a thin cheap chocolate layer and present it to him as a brownie. Anonymity. You're a chef, you say? Like Jamie Oliver? You're on TV too. Is it a local access station? You know who's really good is that Rocco DiSpirito guy. He had his own restaurant. You have a restaurant too? With 2 Michelin stars? That's okay I guess, but I usually only eat at 5-star restaurants like Morton's. Do you know Guy Fieri? You know who had amazing food was Paula Deen. You should do comfort food like her. Maybe you'll get another star. You should contact Jamie Oliver to get some tips on moving your TV career forward. I hear he's a nice guy. I serve him a single bologna with holes cut out for eyes and stuck to my face. I will then walk up to his table as he's prepared for the meal, and peel it off my face and place it on his plate. Jamie Oliver. Pizza rolls. Cold McDonald's. Water, served on a towel, poured onto the towel repeatedly so that it doesn't dry out, to be consumed while lying on his back strapped to a table, tipped back a little, with the towel covering his whole face so he can experience the dish over a larger surface area. You guys are getting it all wrong. You serve him nothing but the finest food and drink so he never has anything to complain about. He'll crack in a month. Sushi. Why? Because it's raw, you idiots. That cracks me up. Peanut butter smothered salmon cooked in the oven for 2 hours then coated in ketchup. Served with raw chopped onion and some jelly beans. A prime Kobe steak, well done and slathered in ketchup or undone and over-seasoned. Garlic mashed potatoes, not enough garlic and not enough cream. Grilled asparagus, undercooked and undersalted. And a fantastic red velvet cake, but the frosting is that nasty-ass grocery store frosting. Edit. Thanks for the suggestions, you goddamn masochists. A burger. But it looks like a normal burger, but it's hollowed out in the middle and filled with a mayonnaise and ketchup mix. Kind of like a Boston creme donut if you've ever had. What I eat every day. Overly salted scrambled eggs. Overcooked beef Wellington. Gas station heating lamp fried chicken breast, covered in cold jelly fighty orange marmalade, placed on a bed of wilted lettuce, with a side of still mostly frozen giant green beans, and a microwaved baked potato that has been smashed and doused with a copious amount of salt and movie theater popcorn butter poured all over it. And call it duck à l'orange. Something Gordon Ramsay has frequently complained about as being a very boring and dated dish. His own toes. Frozen, undercooked, and reheated in a microwave. A perfectly executed scallop risotto, but it sat on the pass for too long and it's been reheated in the microwave for 15 seconds. Probably a idiot sandwich served with a sack of fucking Yankee Doodle dandy shite. A school lunch from an inner-city middle school. Boxed mac and cheese, but don't mix it in all the way so there are little balls of cheese. Fermented Icelandic shark meat. Uncooked violin sounds. A blue waffle. His own food, saying that newbie over there cooked it. After he tells me how bad it was, I tell him it was his own. Well done steak with ketchup. Make a perfectly made egg sandwich with garlic bread and mozzarella, but the mozzarella is somehow cum. Melted ice cream. A jello molded meal disguised as beef Wellington. Pineapples on pizza. I make a beef Wellington. He loves beef Wellington. I've never made beef Wellington, so I would find the best, worst taste-made recipe, follow it without question, and probably because of my lack of experience mess things up. It's not the worst meal here in a long shot. But it is something he loves, that he only eats when it's done excellently, executed by a novice cook. I feel like his favorite recipe being off would be hella more torture than actually terrible food. Terrible food is always terrible. But I'd be ruining something he loves. Fresh frozen French fries, microwaved. His family. Soggy freezer burned waffles. Whatever he asks for, expertly prepared, without a grain of salt. Order from one of his restaurants a star dish for carry-out over an impossibly ridiculous distance, reheat in the microwave and see if I can pass it off as my own. Hot Pockets while making him watch reruns of Xena, Warrior Princess. Lamb without the lamb sauce. Why am I feeding him if my job is to torture him? That said, probably a meat dish, prepared live and cooked in front of him, made of his loved ones. MREs. A perfect medium-rare Kobe filet mignon and smother it with ketchup in front of him. I am quite sure it would be more traumatizing to see excellent food ruined than just have to eat bad food. My ex-wife's cooking. His undercooked dick. Hollowed-out McNuggets filled with mayonnaise. Bone apple tea. Deep-fried water.